December is a beautiful month, full of celebration, full of magic and joy. But it's also the month when we tend to spend the most money. I don't know about you, but I believe we are great at spending money. But today we will rather focus on making it. The subject of money isn't taught in school. But when you take a step back and look from a distance, we are encouraged to take 8 years, up to 20 years, to spend it in the schooling system, when we are taught how to make money, but not one single hour is spent on teaching us what to do with it after we've acquired it. If you were born before 1930, the advice, go to school, get good grades, get a good education, get a good job with a great company, and you will receive pension. In that case, that rule still applies to you, but unfortunately things have changed a lot since then. And also did the economy, so we have to apply new rules. But still it's expected from us that we work for 40 euros a day, for 40 hours a week, for 40 years of our lives, to maybe receive 400 euros of pension. I don't know about you, but if we look our life from a distance, sometimes it resembles a rat race. Because we go from paycheck to paycheck, from month to month, from year to year. And we sometimes look like the little rodent in his little circle, running, but we're not getting anywhere. I don't know if you ever had that feeling, but I know I have. But make me think, is there an alternative? And I'm happy to say that there is an alternative. And Robert Kiyosaki talks about that alternative in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and his cash flow board game. The basic story about Robert Kiyosaki is that he was brought up by two different fathers. His rich dad is his best friend's father, and he was an entrepreneur. He always encouraged him to build a business, buy assets, not buy liabilities, have money work for you, don't work for money. On the other hand, his poor dad, his biological father, was a high school teacher, and he always encouraged him to go to school, get good grades, get a good job. And he was always broke because he followed that advice. I mean, his father as well. So, the book Rich Dad Poor Dad sold more than 26 million copies. It's a pretty good book. And it was on the New York Times bestseller list for 190 consecutive weeks. I would encourage you to read it. So, what he talks about in this book? He talks about the difference between buying liabilities and buying assets. Liability is basically a thing which you buy it, you own it, and it takes money out from your pocket, like a car. You have to put petrol in it, you have to buy tires, and it costs you to have it. On the other hand, an asset is a thing which you acquire it, it puts money into your pocket, like, let's say, real estate, bonds, stocks, mutual funds, business, it puts money in your pocket. And there's another great thing which excited me the most, the difference between passive income and active income. Active income is generated solely based on our activity. We're paid by the hour, by the project, by the client, by kilometer, square meter. But the fact remains, when we work, we get paid. When we stop working, the cash flow stops. On the other hand, passive income is generated from our assets. Assets being real estate, businesses, dividends from stocks. To oversimplify this, let's say that your monthly expenses are 1,000 euros. And if you were to escape from the so-called rat race, let's say that you own 3 apartments in Ljubljana and get 400 euros from each apartment. That makes a sum total of 1,200 euros. And in that case, your passive income is bigger than your monthly expenses, which means you do not have to actively work for your income ever again, which is a pretty good idea. And in this book, he talks more about how to apply those principles, how can those principles work for you, and how to live that fiction, which on paper just seems like, okay, that's a fairy tale, but it can actually be done. The interesting thing is that we can never go back and create a better beginning, but we can always start today and create a better ending. So, I would strongly encourage you to read Rich Dad Poor Dad book, or any of the Rich Dad book series of books, or to play his cash flow board game. His cash flow board game looks a bit like Monopoly, but it's much more educational. That's a word I made up, education. However, with this, I wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I wish that you would make all your dreams come true in the 2015, because no one can do it for you.